Buenas a todos, chicos y chicas, y bienvenidos a mi canal. Soy Blanca y aquí os traigo el 9º capítulo de The Council y estamos en el punto exacto donde lo dejamos en el capítulo anterior, pero en realidad yo me he dado una vuelta por el despacho de Mortimer por si había algo nuevo, que ya os digo que no lo hay. Así que podemos proseguir a hablar con Mortimer a ver qué nos cuenta. Ya sabéis que hay que intentar darle la menor información posible.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally.
Waldo.
I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
¿Por qué se le aterrorizaba a Mortimer?
Tell me, my lord. Can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
No.
I'm flattered, my lord, but I don't know what could possibly make me change my mind.
Please, don't refuse me my last hope.
Don't mix hope with illusion, my lord.
And you, illusion with strategy, my friend.
You win. I'll let you have the last word. I'll see you later, my lord.
Que obviamente no vamos a volver a la habitación. Porque siempre que te dicen algo así, tienes que explorar. Son los momentos que el juego te da para explorar. Vale, este es el trastero. Johann von Bollner.
Congratulations, Monsieur de Richet. You made the right decision at the conference. What can I do for you?
¿Alguna novedad sobre el Al-Azif?
Do you have any news regarding your search for the Al-Azif?
Good. You are straight to the point this time. I appreciate that. I shall allow myself to reply only because we are now on the same side. But keep it to yourself. My search is over. We have it.
¿Dónde estaba?
Congratulations. You were quicker than me.
Oh, don't blame yourself. You had no chance of getting the better of Sir Gregory.
Well, at least I tried. So, tell me, where did you find it?
Would you believe that your mother gave it to Emily's twin sister before we arrived on the island? Apparently she asked her to hide it, and once she had done so, your mother intended to kill her. But Emma, Emily's sister, survived. So Gregory realized this and hid her in his apartment to tend to her, without anyone knowing. When she came around, Emma rallied to Sir Gregory and told him where the Al-Azif was. And that was it. That's one good thing. Done and dusted.
Is anything wrong?
Oh, well, if I were you, Louis, I would be careful. Emma is still alive. And when your mother turns up, I wouldn't be surprised if she considers she has a score to settle with her.
You're right. It's quite probable.
I think that Sir Gregory will do all he can to calm the situation down, but there's no guaranteeing that she won't find a way of taking her revenge on your mother. However, keep it to yourself. We never spoke to each other.
Thank you for this information, sir.
Oh, don't mention it, Louis. It's natural. We are playing on the same side now. You can always count on me.
On that note, I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Oh, not at all, Louis. Come back whenever you want.
I'll see you later.
Vale. Por las escaleras no nos deja. Vale, a ver, miremos el mapa. Hemos empezado aquí. Está revisada. Vale. La habitación de Adams. Que yo sepa, no hay nada nuevo. Así que pasando. Habitación de Washington. Ah, mira, pilla allí.
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
It was a reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you. It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Ah, I see His Eminence is able to identify a good opportunity in every situation.
Now, what do you expect, Louis? The benefit of age. You'll see. You'll learn with time.
Except if I find it disgusting. But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I've been told about Washington. Congratulations, Louis. I must admit, though, when I first saw you, I would never have put money on you succeeding. Well, I was wrong.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
On that note, I shall leave you, Louis. I see you later.
Vale. Nos deja entrar en la habitación de Washington. Simplemente vamos a hacer una revisión rápida. Nos deja ir a la terraza, pues ahora vamos a ir.
My dear John,
Vale, esa ya es la que ya habíamos visto. Algo nuevo por aquí. No aparece. Ah, ajá.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Vale, vamos a salir a la terraza. Entonces desde aquí... Bueno, no sé dónde estamos. Aquí no nos... Esta será la propia habitación. 3, 4, sí. Ahí está nada. 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 La habitación de Von Bollner, que nos acaba de soltar lo de la lacipa así de tranquis. Estoy viendo lo que os digo por si apareciera alguna cosilla nueva, o a veces pues que nos hemos ido dejando recursos porque no podíamos recogerlos y ahora pues ya se puede, ¿sabéis? Entonces por esas cosas es importante revisarlo todo. Vale. Que por cierto, he estado mirando con respecto a las llaves. Más que nada por saber si se podían conseguir todas y tal. A ver. Hemos ido a la de Washington, o sea que... A ver, casi entonces vamos a estar más raudos de la de Perú. Sí, seguimos por aquí. Porque... simplemente por saber si las había... si iba bien con las llaves. Y hay dos llaves que no he encontrado donde se supone
Monsieur
que están.
Bonaparte,
Sorry, Dorishi. I have no time for traitors such as yourself.
I beg your pardon?
If you are here, it's because Lord Mortimer agreed to include you.
Uy,
And what's the
Napoleón,
first
tienes
thing
una
that you do?
torta.
You betray him by following Sir Gregory and bending over backwards to turn Washington against him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was free to vote as I pleased. I didn't realize I had to vote for Lord Mortimer in order to show my gratitude toward him. Hey, he invited me here to come and look for my missing mother during his high society party. I'm sorry, truly sorry. I don't know all your customs yet.
It's just common decency that when invited to a man's castle, you don't go and to pee on his boots. Is it too much to ask?
I guess it is.
Vale, hemos hablado ya entonces con Volner, con Piaggi, con Napoleón, a ver con Perú.
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through. We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Peru must rest.
Vale, no nos dejan entrar. Con Perú no podemos hablar entonces. Washington no lo hemos encontrado en su habitación.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Nada, esto es lo que había antes. Aquí nos sigue sin dejar pasar. Nada. Vale, nada nuevo. Siguiente.
No answer. Nothing. Emily? Emily, are you there? Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
Muy sospechoso, ¿no? No me deja soltarme. Hola, Luis. Gracias. Vamos con Godoy.
Monsieur Dorishi, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
I wanted to talk to you a moment
I am expected. I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Vale, nos echa otra vez. Pues creo que ya está. Porque en la de Washington ya hemos estado. A ver, en la de Piaggi si nos deja. Nada. Pues ya está.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming!
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
Pero
You're
si
right,
Emily nos ha
Mr.
contestado
President.
en su habitación.
Thank you.
¿Cómo puede estar en su habitación y a la vez viendo a Washington por el pasillo? Un poco raro, ¿no? Vamos a ver si nos dejan entrar a la de Piaggi. No. A la La nuestra no. Hemos dejado Washington dentro, con lo cual puede cotillar todo lo que le dé la gana. Mal me huele.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying. Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me! Emily!
Uf, qué mal me huele esto.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Vale. Si os dais cuenta, nos han dado el talento rápido. Este. Consigues un punto de habilidad en engaño. Porque hemos usado habilidad en engaño 10 veces. Vale, pues vamos a intentar entrar desde la de Napoleón. Porque desde la de Perú no nos deja. Mirad, ha aparecido el punto aquí.
Damn it. It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. That means I won't be able to pick it.
Podemos hacer lo mismo que la del trastero.
I could do as I did the last time in the tower room. Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow. I must act fast.
Perfecto. Vale, aquí si no me equivoco no hay nada nuevo. O sea, es todo lo mismo, la carta de Lord Mortimer. No. Guante blanco. Consigues un punto de habilidad en engaño. O no has dejado rastros en los aposentos de Napoleón. Perfecto. Voy a ver si en la de Perú podemos entrar. Que ya sabéis que es del otro lado, no nos ha dejado nada. ¿Y esta? Nada. Tiene a Perú, cao.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What are you on about now? I should never
A
have
devil's
told you what
thorn,
happened to me.
to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
I'm not that naive. I know you
La
inside out.
carta de Pete.
We'll end up
Esta es una
Two
de las,
coils circle the
las llaves que no saben dónde está. Pero bueno, voy a probar, voy a dejar pasar un poquito más a ver si la encontramos y si no, la próxima ya la utilizo y ya está.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
Preguntar a la gemela de detrás. ¿Quién nos acompañaba? ¿Qué me ocurrió?
On the wharf, something happened to me. What happened exactly?
You felt unwell. You had a nosebleed, and I offered you my handkerchief. I told her all that already. It was me who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Preguntar a la gemela de atrás. ¿Cómo nos recibió Mortimer? Inquisición. Vale, Emily se supone que es inmune a la Inquisición.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis.
¿Qué?
Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to.
¿Perdón? Se supone que ya la habíamos descubierto. ¿Qué? Es Emma la de detrás, porque es cuando nos ha saltado esto.
Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Preguntar a la gemela de atrás.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
A stroll? Through my room in the middle of the night? You call that a stroll, Louis?
No, I grant you that. I just wanted to make sure. What did we say to each other at that precise moment in time?
I asked you what you were doing there, what you were playing at on the balcony, and if it was anything to do with the Golden Order.
And then?
Then I suggested you first ask permission the next time you wanted to go through my room. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
La forma de hablar, la forma de esa interpretación que hace.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
A la gemela de atrás.
Remember? How did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
Sword toward the Gorgon, Gorgon toward the shield, shield toward the sword. Lantern toward the shield. Of course, I told her how to do it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
¿Qué esperaba conseguir de mí? Manipulación. Emily no tiene nada con manipulación. Y aquí no sale una
Last night, when you came to my room, What exactly did you expect from me?
That, sir, is something you would have found out if you had let me stay. But as you didn't even have a little place in your big cold bed for me, the question will remain unanswered, regretfully. What? You do remember that you were quite a cad.
Look, I apologize, but now at least I know who you are. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Sabemos que la verdadera Emily estaba con Washington, con Napoleón, y que la que vino a vernos era Emma. Emily está delante.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills.
No, yeah.
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Corre,
Emily.
madre, corre.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Wow. Nice. Estas eran las de Napoleón. What? ¿Perdón? ¿Qué hace aquí? No puedo hacer nada, ¿será por esto? Me acabo de quedar patidifuso. O sea, patidifusa. Y es que no nos ha dejado mirar nada ni... Voy a ver si ahora... No me deja. Quizá haya sido la madre en la huida. Que le haya dado un cocorotazo.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room. She isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
A lo mejor podía haber pasado de ellos, no lo sé. y haber estado investigando algo, pero eso no me ha parecido lo más lógico. Vale, aquí no podemos entrar, supongo que en el trastero tampoco. Efectivamente. En la habitación de Volner tampoco. Claro, yo decía, a lo mejor, como le han dado una leche, pues a lo mejor podemos investigar algo y hay algo nuevo en su cuarto. Pero no nos deja. Voy a intentar otra vez ver si Piaggi... si podemos entrar donde Piaggi. Ya por tozudez. De tío, es el único personaje del que no sabemos nada. No. No. Pues nada, solo nos queda bajar entonces, porque la de Godoy supongo que tampoco nos dejará. No. Pues vale, bajemos. ¿Por dónde hemos bajado? Ahora mismo me despista. Vale, ahí está el comedor. ¿Algún personaje por aquí? Digo yo que sé que a lo mejor podamos hablar con él. Vamos por... Creo que va a ser más efectivo ir por el comedor. Porque hay más estancias con las que podemos toparnos con algún invitado y a lo mejor hablar con ellos. ¡Wow! Ha amanecido. Si era de noche cerrada. Yo me pierdo un poco con la línea temporal en este juego, la verdad, es decir. Y ahora de repente es de noche otra vez.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Madre mía, con lo que tarda en acercarse Luis a la esta. Venga, reunamos con mamá. A ver, podría ir desde aquí, pero me voy a esperar. Vale, aquí no veo nada. Vamos a ver si nos deja entrar, por ejemplo, en la sala de conferencias.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Sí, podemos. A ver, de las cosillas que nos recogimos. A ver, ojo.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Vale, pues eso está. A ver, que había por aquí esto. Que ya no podemos cogerlo. ¿Estamos a tope? Sí, vale, pues entonces nada. Hemos entrado por... ¿Qué lío llevo? No, era justo para lo contrario. Por la otra puerta. Más que nada por si encontramos a alguien en esa salita. Porque por objetos no creo que haya nada nuevo. No hay nadie. Este es el del ámbar, vale. Pues vale, vamos a ir al jardín. Vamos a la cripta, que supongo que ahora podremos investigar esa zona, porque antes nos ha lanzado directamente fuera. Por aquí había salida, ¿no? Sí. De todas formas, hace mucho, desde que vimos a Madre. O sea, el juego ha tardado lo suyo en volvernos a traer por aquí. Ay, ay, ay.
Golden elixir.
Pensaba que era jalea. La verdad. Bueno, era el laberinto. Espérate. Espérate. Ah, bueno, la primera. Oye. Estoy muy orgullosa, sinceramente. La primera vez que lo hago a la primera. Está súper oscuro. Yo ahora mismo no veo nada.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Mortimer y Holm.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Holm does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
La verdad es que sí.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
¿Ves? El árbol genealógico.
I came across his family tree in his study.
An only son.
Since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
Su estudio secreto.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
El hecho de que nadie lo conoce.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
¿La conferencia?
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Eso es todo, creo.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked, composed of 7 parts. Each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
¿Qué le pasó a Elizabeth?
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
Necesito saber.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
¿Qué le pasó a Emma?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Cuéntamelo
Mother,
todo.
I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
Sí.
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily.
Claro.
So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
¿Qué hacías con el Al-Azif y
What
Volner?
did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
¿Y los cañones de Bonaparte?
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Estamos hablando de una
Since
guerra.
when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Otros.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
¿Eh?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
He dado a otros, ¿no? Ah, vale. Encontré tu carta en el embarcadero.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
¿Por qué escondiste tus pertenencias en el embarcadero?
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
Thanks for not touching it.
Claro, si te las llevas, Sara luego no puede usarlas. La
On
carta
the
de
evening
Piaggi.
of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Tu mano.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Volver. Adelante.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
¡Qué mentira! Podría haber accedido a la habitación de Jack Sparrow a través del balcón. ¿Cuántas veces he intentado acceder a la habitación de Jack Sparrow a través del balcón? 2 o 3 veces por lo menos. Oye, o sea, yo es que hay cosas... Caminos alternativos. Podría haber sido testigo de la determinación de Napoleón Bonaparte. Eso no sé a qué se refiere. Porque nosotros hemos... hablado con... Quizá no deberíamos haberle interrumpido o algo así. O quizás... no sé. Podríamos haber sido testigos de la determinación de Napoleón Bonaparte. Podría haber accedido a la habitación de Jack Sparrow a través del balcón. Que no es cierto. No nos ha dejado. Superada. O sea, quiero decir, es que lo he intentado varias veces. He descubierto que al cardenal Piaggi no le afectan los acontecimientos. He descubierto que von Bollner controla la CIF. He conseguido pasar por los aposentos de Napoleón Bonaparte sin dejar rastro. He protegido a una de las gemelas Hillsborough. He ido a ver a la multitud frente a la habitación de Lady Hillsborough. Ah, vale. O sea, me imagino que si no vamos a ver a la multitud frente a la habitación de Lady Hillsborough, a lo mejor podríamos haber ido al balcón para acceder a la habitación de Perú. Es lo único que me imagino que puede cuadrar. ¿No? En fin, decisiones, chicos, decisiones. Es que no sabía que esa era una decisión, sinceramente. ¡Ah! ¿No he subido de nivel en serio? No. Uy. Qué mal. Un capítulo que me sale muy bien y otro que me sale fatal.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Notas del arquitecto. Vale. Una cruz.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Hago un esfuerzo por recordar.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
¿Los clavos?
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
L'exégesis de Judas.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room, behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Ostras. Otras, la Biblia de Gutenberg.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
¿La esperar mirar?
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
¿Las fechas?
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
No hay más preguntas.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Vale. Yo diciendo, no nos deja equiparnos nada. Vale. Perfecto. Pues la verdad, capítulo interesante. La decisión Emma-Emily ha sido wow. Pero, jolín, me ha molestado lo del balcón de Perú, si precisamente lo he intentado 2 o 3 veces. De hecho, una de ellas ha sido cuando hemos salido después de la habitación de Emily y de toda la movida, que nos hemos encontrado con Boulder y he dicho, ay, voy a mirar, y no me ha dejado. O sea, lo he intentado ahí, lo he intentado antes de que pasara todo lo de Emily. O sea, vamos a ver. Si no se puede, no se puede. Pero no me lo pongas como camino alternativo porque lo he intentado. Así que bueno, sin más, espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo de The Council. Un besito a todos. Adiós.